True creativity. What does it mean to truly be creative? Is it something that is earned, something that we learn over time, or is it something that we're born with? What does it really mean to be creative? How do we get this? Where do we start? Where do we begin? All these questions that we have. Relax. I got 2 words for you. Rick Rubin.
I'm confident with artistic expression because my only goal is to make something that I like, and I know that I can keep working on it until I like it. So in some ways there's no pressure. Don't question it. Just do whatever works, do it. I really believe in what I'm doing. I really care about it. I want it to be the best it could be for me, and I'm excited to share it. And the results have shown me that
now, in case you didn't know, Rick Rubin, he's an influential American music producer. He's also the co-founder of Def Jam Records. He is known for working with artists such as like Jay-Z, Johnny Cash, the Red Hot Chili Peppers. His ability to tap into pure raw emotion and just his authenticity is what he's really most known for doing when it comes to making music, which is why he's such a legendary figure still to this day in modern music. Now, why am I introducing Rick Rubin, you may be wondering. Thing is, right, the interview that I came across with, the way he was talking about his creative process and how he only makes things that he likes, and he's not worried about if the audience is gonna like it or if his fan base is gonna enjoy it. What matters most to him, what he takes priority over, is does he genuinely like what he is creating? Now, as an artist, like, I feel like we kind of struggle a little bit with this, especially when we start to get a following, right? We start to build a fan base, start to build our own little art community. I think the thing that we struggle with the most is trying to please everybody, right? Because people are watching your content for a reason. They want to see a specific technique or specific way that you're going about doing something. But we forget that at the end of the day, the art that we're making, it should be something that we actually enjoy doing, actually enjoy creating. Making it throughout the process is something that we start to ignore. And I noticed that for myself, because even though I have, just like a small little art community for myself, sometimes instead of working on something I really want to work on, I will paint something that I think people will like, that will get me like views, and everyone will enjoy seeing it and they want to share it with their friends. But at the end of the day, again, it comes down to I should be creating stuff that I like, and you guys should be creating stuff that you like as well. You shouldn't just be only making things to please others, because if you don't like it but other people do like it, are you genuinely enjoying creating by that point? Are you actually still in love with your passion of art if you're not making the things that you like and you're only doing it for someone else?
So if we're making art, we're making it's almost like a diary entry. So could I be concerned that someone else might not like my diary entry? It doesn't make sense. It has nothing to do with them. My diary entry has nothing to do with anyone else. So everything we make as artists are essentially diary entries.
This is a very interesting analogy, comparing art to a diary, because in a way, I guess art can be like a diary in regards to people are seeing pages of your book, that your thoughts, your emotions, everything imaginative and creative that goes on in your mind, people are able to see that page by page, post by post. So that was a very, very solid analogy, I think.
If I gave you two different foods and I asked you to taste them, you wouldn't have a hard time telling me which one you liked if you really liked one and didn't like the other. So if you had people around you saying, no, but this other one that you don't like, that's the good one, no one could convince you that the thing that tastes bad to you tastes good to you. So it's a very simple, it's such a simple idea, getting to what do I actually like? No second guessing. No, it doesn't go past, and it doesn't have to stand for anything. It doesn't have to represent you. It's just, this is the thing that tastes good to me. What do you think? That's our whole job, is this tastes good to me. What do you think?
It's such an amazing, simplified analogy of just things that you genuinely enjoy doing, right? Like I was mentioning earlier, people, they'll have their own things that they like when it comes to art. But obviously you're going to have your own personal ideas that you like about art. But just because someone else likes something that necessarily doesn't reside with you, that doesn't mean that you should change your ideas and your opinions just to compensate for what the other person likes. No, it's not how it should work. Whatever you like, that's the thing that you should do. That's the thing that you should enjoy. You shouldn't be worrying about other people's opinions on what they prefer if it goes against your own. Because at the end of the day, like Rick Rubin was saying, art is just mainly about creating something that you like, and then you're sharing it with someone else to see if they also like it. If they like it, cool. If they don't, it's still cool, because at the end of the day, you still created what you liked.
I'm never asking for a result.
What are you asking for?
I'm asking for to rise to the occasion, to make the best thing that I can, for the thing that I make to be great. Great is a vague word. I don't know what great means. I came to realize recently what great means, but I didn't know. Most of my life I was aiming for great, but I didn't know what that was. And I've come to realize that great means it's a devotional kind of greatness. It's a gift to the universe. It's a gift to God.
Wow.
If you're making a gift to God, there's no greater, you can't put more into it than that. You know, you can't.
That kind of makes you rethink people's opinions, regardless if they're positive or negative. Like, it really makes you like rethink how others view and feel about your personal art. Because as I think more into it, the only thing that you should be focusing on is giving it your all into the art that you're creating. Like, putting your full focus on, regardless of whatever the outcome is, you should solely focus on the creation itself and not the end result. The end result shouldn't even matter, because you know in the back of your mind that what you were making was something that was true to yourself. Again, it's cool if someone else likes the thing that you're doing, but that's not what you should be focused on. You should be focused on, am I giving it my all to this thing, and do I really like it? That's what matters the most. Because if you don't like it, why should you sit there and expect other people to like it? It's not how it works. Thinking of it in this way helps you cancel out all the noise from others. The more and more that I think about this, about what truly creativity has to do with a person, it really doesn't involve other people at all. It's really something that resides within yourself. And it's really just being true to yourself and actually making something that you are extremely passionate about, but you can't be afraid to show that. You have to be somewhat vulnerable in order to expose that part of you, which it can be a scary thing, right? When you're being this vulnerable, when you're showing your true creative, your true imaginative side of your mind. Like he said earlier, it's like a diary. People don't like to share their diary, right? Got a lot of secrets in there. But when it comes to creating, you want to put some of your personality into your art. That's what makes it yours. Whenever you show little drops of your personality within the art that you're creating, people can differentiate your art between someone else's art. Because if everyone was to draw and paint the same, nothing would be creative. Nothing would stand out. Everything... It's my door. Man, it's like every time I'm about to go off, I get interrupted by... God.
You ever face the inner critic of, well, what if other people don't like this?
No, I don't consider them at all.
Really?
Yeah, something I say in the book is that the audience comes last. And I believe that. I'm not making it for them. I'm making it for me. And it turns out that when you make something truly for yourself, you're doing the best thing you possibly can for the audience.
I'll put it to you this way, right? At the beginning of the video, I was saying, how does someone truly become creative? Is it something that's like learned? Is it earned over time? Or are we born with it? I'm gonna be honest with you. I personally think that everyone is born with some form of creativity. It's just a matter of being able to show off that creativity and whatever passion that you have, whatever hobby that it is that you're very interested in. True creativity isn't about perfection. It's about expressing something that's truly authentic to yourself, about breaking the norms, right? It's allowing your mind to freely wander on its own and not being afraid of the outcome or whatever failures that you may face, because you are in the pursuit of following what you truly believe is your authentic self. So yes, people are born with some form of creativity. It's just a matter of unlocking its full potential. And I think that happens a little bit later on in life, because it is a marathon and not a sprint. It's a process that everyone has to go through in order to truly know what they're capable of. It's kind of like how everyone keeps saying like they're trying to find their life purpose. This is more of like having the foundations, and you just have steps, small goals in order to reach its full potential. But it's always been there. It's there. It's just a matter of fully expressing itself. So yes, creativity, even though I think we're born with some of it, it's still something that can be learned, like as a skill, practiced, refined, sharpened. But it's there. Everyone is creative in their own unique way. It's just not everyone has the courage to fully express it. And I think if we had more courage, more confidence to showcase that, then everyone would see how we truly are, who we truly are. So I hope this sheds some type of light on creativity and what it actually means, and how you can unlock that ability to be creative. Because a lot of it just involves you truly being authentic and expressing yourself. It's fun. It's really fun. It's really fun. And I think that if we're not chasing the things that make us happy in life, then what's the point? If you liked the video, you know what I'm going to say. Go ahead and share it. Other than that, I'm out.